Hey guys, welcome back. This is Mike. I'm gonna try this video real quick. It's a little windy outside, so maybe that won't screw up the mic too much, but this is my 08 Suzuki Boulevard M109 that I've been working on. It's been steadily progressing into something else. The transition has been long, it's been laborious, it's been expensive, but this is my bagger. There's still a few things I've got to do, and I'll point those out as we go. I'll also try to get into what has been done. So if you guys have any questions, you want to know where something came from, you want to know how something was done, hopefully I can address that. If you got any questions, shoot them down below in the comments and I'll address them as they come in and as I get time. So again, Metric Cruiser M109 Boulevard 08. No engine work has been done because there's not really any cams or anything like that that you can get into, unlike, you know, some of your Harleys. For those assholes who say, well, why don't you just build a Harley, you want it to look like a Harley? Well, because this is faster, it's a hell of a lot cheaper, so it is what it is. I enjoy my bike. Yes, there's some Harleys out there that's a little bit faster when you get into like your Milwaukees and your 117s and your S&S 124s and all that good shit, but we're talking about stock. All right, so with that being said, I'll kind of get into what's been going on. The front rim is a 26-inch by RC Components. It's called a whole shot. The calipers, of course, are chromed. The lower fork legs are painted. The rotors are painted. Eventually these rotors will be replaced with the matching rotors for the rim, but again, that's about $500 and I didn't have it at the time, so it is what it is. The lower fork legs are going to be sent out to get chromed. It's either that or I'll do chrome fork covers. I don't know which. The rake is a 9-degree rake from Kurt at Sumo-X. That'll set you back about $1,000. Okay. Running ceramic pads because I don't like a lot of brake dust. The brake lines, of course, are all braided. Coming back this way, I've got, who makes those? World Custom, I think it is, Custom World, which are the crash bars. Okay, a lot of guys ask me about these crash bars all the time because they work with those spike intakes. I think they're Custom World crash bars. They set me back about 150, I think. Kuryakyn switch pegs. Use those from time to time. Of course, the air filters are just, you know, eBay, straight from China. They run you about $100. What else? The exhaust is a Performance Shark Curve exhaust. When I bought it, I paid about $450. Now you pick them up for about $700. That's the going price for a chrome set. So they went up in the last 2 years, and I've had this bike for, you know, right at 2 years. You guys seen some of my older videos. You've seen where it was, what it was, how it was, and how it's transitioned to my first set of bags, my second set of bags, kind of like these, and now my third set, which we'll get to in just a moment. These are loud pipes. They're nice. I love them. They're crisp. The bike does have a Power Commander 5. It is dyno tuned. I think it was like 112 horsepower is what it dynoed at, okay? But it is a custom map for this setup in this bike. Had that done locally. Auxiliary lights, which I do love. I got those on a switch. We'll get into all that in a moment. One of the things I still have to do is side covers. I got a fiberglass and side covers, which will, you know, probably done in the winter. Don't know. It's kind of depending because I got a lot of other shit I got to do. All right, so bags and fender came from Scott at Silent Cycles. Awesome dude. I missed his bike in Daytona, the Patriot, but it was a phenomenal paint job on it. I've seen his shit on Facebook. He does some awesome work. These bags, I love them. These bags were the ass end bags, I think. I hope he doesn't shoot me if I say it wrong. But they're on his website. They will set you back about $2,500. All right. The lids are factory fairing lids. These are dual 6x9 lids. These are the 2014 and up style bags and lids. So they do have the one-touch latch hardware. Okay, I'll get into all the paint and shit in a minute. So that's pretty much what it is. Yes, I'm a rough rider. Currently I hold road captain position. I do put a lot of miles, so they were happy to give me that officer position. The LEDs, a lot of guys like these LEDs, and I see a lot of guys overpay for these LEDs. Go to eBay, type in 23mm eagle eye LEDs. These will pop up. You can get them in different colors. I don't think they come in RGBs, but basically I've got one set for like the lower set I think is turn signals. Pretty sure that's my turn signals. The second and third set are brakes, and the fourth set up there is running lights. And of course the brakes are set up on flashers, so when you hit the brake they strobe. All right. There are LEDs inside the tag bracket, so that lights up pretty good at night, so you know you're legal. For those who are looking at the paint, it's just, you know, pretty sick. I don't know if you can really see the paint good right now though. There it is. Alright. So I got some other pictures of the paint when I was painting the lids in the totally putting this shit sideways. But when I painted the lids and everything in the paint booth, I did a whole step-by-step process. What you heard, act like you know, that's the motto I go by. It's my bike, I built it, I pay for it, it's paid for, but I pay the insurance on this motherfucker, I pay for the tag on it every year. If you don't like it, you know, fuck off. That's how I go by. It's my money, I put into it. I didn't ask for nobody's opinion. I built it how I wanted it, and that is what it is. All right, so if you don't like it, fuck off. All the Rough Rider shit and the lettering, the script, all the lettering here, all this is in the paint. This isn't a decal. You know, I use stencils, of course, and like you said seen in the video, we painted all this black. I went back, did my first set of pearls. I painted it white. Then I laid my second set of pearls. I peeled off my stencil, and then I clear coated it with, you know, 4 or 5 coats of clear. I use high solids clear. This all was done with Kuryakyn paint out of Louisiana. The pearl I used, shit, who did I get that from? It's in one of my videos, paintwithpearl.com, if I ain't mistaken. It's who I got the pearl from. All right, so really nice shit. I love their shit. The seat I've got to get redone. It's going to stretch back a little bit. In the winter, I've already got the razor pack that goes here, but there's going to be a little piece for the M109 they make for luggage. That's got to go on, and then there'll be a razor pack. In that razor pack will be 3 amplifiers. Okay, 1 set of amplifiers for my DS18 6.5s, 1 amplifier for my DS18 tweeters, and then another amplifier for the DS18 6x9s. It's gonna be 2 in each bag for a total of 4. All right. Just a nice little key mod that we did on this side. You got a custom plate for your stator. That's pretty much about it. All right. Chrome cover on the drive shaft. There's a chromed rear caliper, but you know you'll never see it. Never gonna see it because it's covered by the bags. All right. There's a chrome rim back there too, but I didn't bother doing a whole shot on the rear because you're never gonna see it with the bags. All right. Full LED kit. You won't see those in the daytime. I'm not gonna bother getting into it. But basically, there's a strip under each bag. There's a strip on each side of the frame. There's a strip up under the gas tank on each side. There is 3 strips around the radiator shroud, 1 across and 1 more down is 3. And then there's 1 that goes all the way around the inside of the front fairing. All right. Gas caps painted to match, of course. What else? All right, so front fairing, which was a motherfucker. Let me tell you something. I had a wide open customs front fairing. I liked it, I loved it, but to get around 80, 90 miles an hour, I would get some wind and some wobble on the front end. You'd have to come off the throttle, all right, and speed and slow down a little bit. I went to Wide Open Customs twice in Panama City for Bike Week, talked to them about it. You know, we had some back and forth a little bit on what to do. Nothing helped, so I ended up, because it was mounted to the fork tubes, I didn't like it because when it shook the front forks, so it shook the steering wheel, the handlebars, whatever, and it just came a little bit of safety and security issue for me. So I sold it, got rid of it, and I went with a RoadGlide fairing. I went with a RoadGlide fairing for a couple of reasons. One, it didn't turn with the steering wheel. All right, it's mounted to the frame. It allowed me to put the audio that I wanted. It gave me the headlights that I liked, which were the Daymakers. It was just all in all the best way to go for what I wanted to do. I've had this bike up to about 90, 95 miles an hour. I have not had any none, any wobble out of this front end. So for me, it was the way to go, and I like what I did. All right, so just backing up a little bit, DS18s, 4-ways, 6.5s, got 2 sets. I'm running their 710 Pro Series horn tweeters. Got to put 2 more here. This is just an EQ. Now I took this EQ apart, and again, in one of my other videos, you guys see me waterproof this. I took it all the way apart. I waterproofed the electronics, the beadboard, the chassis, everything with Corrosion X. All right. Wet Sounds Bluetooth audio controller, which syncs to my phone, which play audio through that, which goes through the amplifiers. My up and down switches for my air suspension. I'll get into that in a moment. Currently running 3 switches now. I've got 2 more to put in, and this guy here is just a phone charger with voltmeter built into it. All right. Stock Harley windscreen. This was it was supposed to be the one for the better wind. I forget what they called it. It was a demo windscreen. I bought it off eBay for like 10 bucks. Had the word demo right there in the plastic. Sanded that out, body filled it, primed it, painted it. It is what it is. You see, it looks awesome. The whole Kuryakyn turn signal windshield chrome combo. Originally, I was going to put the turn signals down here. All right. But then I run across this on eBay. I bought this whole fucking thing brand new in the package for like 80 bucks. I got it a steal on it. It's normally like 2 and some change. So I put that up there, which meant I ended up having to get block off plates down here. In the winter, I'm debating whether to take this front fairing off, body fill these, and then just touch up this paint right here to where you don't even see this at all, and take those block off plates off altogether. Really, really awesome shit. All right, air suspension. All right, air suspension. I'm using a Tricky air suspension on the rear. All right, I've got a video on all this shit too, but that's gonna set you back, what, 800,000 bucks, something like that. All right, front air suspension, custom. Jeff at AirFX did these for us. Me and Bill were the first 2. Bill sent his shit off to Jeff to have it mocked up, and then I fell suit behind him and bought a set. First 2 on the streets with them. As far as I know right now, still the only 2 as of at the time of this video. Rear air suspension will set you back $1,000. Front air suspension will set you back $1,500. All right. I am using an upgraded compressor than what came with the Tricky. I took the Tricky compressor, threw it away. Actually, it wore out, so I threw it away. I didn't bother rebuilding it. I put a Viair 98C compressor in. It is tucked right behind here underneath the battery. All right. Check valve's been replaced. I've got 2 air tanks. One is back here underneath this airbag. Side bag, and the one's over there on that side bag at the bottom. There's another video I've got that shows you guys about all that. The air lines, the plumbing, the brass fittings, the check valves, the air silencers for the dumps, the 12-volt air solenoid valves for up and down, how it's wired, how it's plumbed, how it's mounted, everything. Check that out if you haven't seen it. I still got to do a 26-inch wraparound fender. That's another 500 bucks, so that'll probably be a winter mod. The Daymakers I love. Beautiful lights, just fabulous light output. Love it, love it, love it. Got my Guardian belts. Of course, I can't get them any lower. I can't find any place that I could put them any lower without them dragging the ground when I let the air down. And currently it sits pretty low to the ground. Got a wire mesh radiator shroud. But as far as how low it gets, that's pretty much it. I am in the process of making a custom center stand so that I can let this thing down flat and not in an angle. Not that I have much angle as it is now, but that's pretty much what I've got there. So, trying to think of what else, if anything else. Kuryakyn Scythe 2 mirrors. The handlebars still got to get replaced. The riser's got to get replaced. Like I said, 2 more sets of tweeters. The razor pack's got to go on. Helmet painted to match. Seats still got to be redone. Rear fender still got to be done. Side bags still got to get done. But all in all, that is pretty much what I've got so far. And you see the flake in that white paint. So hopefully you guys like it. If you don't, fuck you. If I do, I mean I do. So shit, I paid for everything on it. Guys, what I got invested all the time at work. I mean, I get guys, I probably get 2-3 guys a day stop by work and ask me about the bike. Whose is it? What is it? How much do I have in it? I've probably got, I mean, easily 15 in it. I mean, the front rim was 1,800. The tire was 300. The outer fairing was 300. The inner fairing was like 800. And you guys seen another video. I took these 2 pieces and bonded them together, body filled everything, sanded it down, so it's actually all one piece. There are no screw holes, you know, like there are in a regular fairing. All that shit's been filled in, body filled. It is all one piece. You know, $500 in the exhaust. I got $1,500 in the front air suspension. I got $1,000 in the rear air suspension, plus the tanks, the compressor, all the brass. $3,000 in the bags with, you know, the bags, the lids, the fenders. I'm not even going to consider the audio. The dyno tune, clutch upgrades have been done. The air filters. The audio, I mean, I'm still adding shit to the audio. The day makers are about 150. I mean, and you know, then the paint, the labor, the material, the Kuryakyn pieces, which usually ain't cheap. You know, crash bars. I mean, it's a ton of change, really. But I like it. It does what I want it to do. It functions how I want it to function. It looks how I want it to look. So zero complaints. But that's pretty much it. If you guys got any questions, let me know. If you got any negative comments, you know how to hit the X and go look at something else on YouTube, I guess. But anyway, that's it. And you guys ride safe, and we'll see you in the next video.